Greetings, Kindred. I am Voivode Maquette, and welcome back to our World of Darkness and another episode of Level by Level Protean. And tonight we're going to be going over the Level 3 power of Earth Meld. This is survival as far as Gangrel go. How many Gangrel do you know have houses? How many Gangrel do you know have apartments? This makes it so that this is not needed. And the fact that the Tzimisce and the Ministry could very well take this is nice, but they do tend to have other personalized variations of this power when it comes to this. The book states, becoming one with the soil. The vampire sinks into the earth unless in torpor. The vampire rises again the following night. So you can use the earth itself as shelter, and unfortunately if you've hit torpor you're kind of stuck down there for a while. But this is such a great thing, and it really does promote the concept of minimalism. You really cannot have that much stuff on you if you are going to use this. Now, the first thing that pops into my mind whenever I think about Earth Meld is this one scene in the Vampire the Masquerade novel. I believe it was Bloody September, which is part of the Gangrel storyline in the Fall of Atlantis series. When Ramona is about to die from the sunlight, her sire pops up, takes her hand, and forces her into an Earth Meld. We used to have a house rule in my old game that if you burned a willpower, you could do a test to see if you could take the person you could take another person with you. Obviously, this would kill a human, but being able to get other people to Earth Meld is great. I think that was supposed to be more of a lesson in that story that wasn't conveyed very well, because it really did seem like Tanner, Ramona's sire, was forcing her into using Earth Meld. The cost is 1 rouse check, so you do have to call upon the power of the beast and the blood to utilize this gift. The system states, no test is required, but the vampire must be on natural surfaces such as rock, raw earth, grass, etc. The fact that it's not just soil, that you can do this into rock, is very cool. I love that. That was always something. Again, I think it was a house rule that we had in the older game. But you used to be able to buy Earth Meld over and over and over again for different materials that were natural, such as wood and rock and things like that. But I like the fact that rock is included in this. This power does not work on concrete, asphalt, or other artificial surfaces. That, again, is another house rule that my game had. Protean had so many freaking house rules now that I stop and think about it. But if you were a city gangrel, you were allowed to use asphalt or concrete to Earth Meld into. It takes a turn for the vampire to sink into the earth, leaving carried objects behind atop the soil. While in the earth, the vampire is aware of their surroundings, except during day sleep. At those times, disturbances, such as digging or loud noises, awaken them, or not, as with all vampires. So you actually have to use the ruling on how a vampire wakes up to disturbances during the day to decide whether or not someone digging in that area is going to wake them up. And the duration is 1 day or more, or until disturbed. So you can actually just decide not to wake up, to stay one with the earth. Or you could very well be down there in torpor. Now, in memory, I do remember that, like, your vampire in the older systems were not physically in the earth. Like, they were, but they also weren't. It was almost as if they had gotten stuck halfway in between the earth and the Umbra. And I think that was more of a, let's look at the similarities between werewolves and gangrel. But I don't know. Do you guys have any specific Earth Meld house rules when it comes to that, or do you just run straight out from the book? I'm very, very curious on this. I am Voivode Maquette. This is our World of Darkness and Level by Level Protean. And we've just gone over the Level 3 power of Earth Meld. Class dismissed.